Okay, here we have an example of a type of problem that some of my students are supposed to be working on tonight for their homework. So I thought I would demonstrate how to solve this problem. Now, here we have a situation that we're going to read and try to make sense of it and figure out what exactly we need to do. It says Sophia is shipping a box of shoes. And I reckon this is the shoe box that she probably, when she bought the shoes at the store, it came in a little box like this, and for some reason she wants to put them in a shipping box, so I guess this will be the box that she ships them in. What volume of the shipping box will remain after the shoe box has been placed inside? Show your work. Okay, I really like this one because this is like a real life example. I mean, if I were going to go to the trouble of buying a box of shoes and I was going to put them in another box to ship them, I probably would want to make sure that the shoes weren't damaged, so I'd probably want to buy some kind of packing material that would keep the shoe box secure. Like if it gets dropped, it's not going to be damaged or anything like that. Not that it would damage shoes very much, I wouldn't think. But if I do know how much volume is left, I know exactly how much packaging material for cushioning purposes I would need to buy. And so this would be a pretty good skill to be able to figure out what is the volume that's left over. And I like that it says show your work. I mean, I've got students, they'll come in my room sometimes, bless their hearts, and they'll have an answer. Like I had a kid today, he had an answer, it was incorrect, and I asked him, I said, you know, how'd you get that answer? And he said, I don't know, that's just what I have on my paper. And had he at least had the work there, I could have looked at what he had and tried to figure out where he made his error, and then we can maybe fix that error and get the right answer. So I really like that we have this reminder, show your work. I really like that when kids show their work. Okay, so I'm going to use the formula for finding volume of a rectangular prism because that's essentially what these are. And that formula is V equals length times width times height. Now if I can find the volume of the shoe box and then find the volume of the shipping box, I can subtract from the volume of the shipping box the volume of the shoe box, and that'll tell me what volume remains. So V equals, and we got 4 inches. I'll count that perhaps as, that's probably the height, but because of the commutative property of multiplication, I'm sorry, not commutative, commutative property of multiplication, it doesn't matter the order. So I'm just going to say 4 inches times 6 1/4 inches times 14 inches. Okay, and when I put that together, I think I'm actually going to multiply my whole numbers first. 4 times 14, that's going to give me 56. And 56 times 6 1/4, I'm going to say, let's see, let's put that over here. So I'll say 56 over 1 times 4 times 6 is 24 plus 1 is 25 over 4. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of cross simplification here. I know that I can get one group of 4 out of 4, and I just saw I can get 14 groups of 4 out of 56. So now I can multiply 14 by 25. Alright, if I have 10 groups of 25, that's going to be 250. If I have 4 groups of 25, that's going to give me another 100. So that would be 350 over 1, which is 350 inches cubed. Here we got inch times inch times inch, that's going to be inches cubed. Now let's find the volume of this shipping box. I'm going to go ahead and put the whole numbers together first. Volume equals length times width times height, again. Volume equals 12 times 18 times 7 1/2. Alright, so volume equals, well, 12 times 18. Let's see what that's going to give us. I'm going to go ahead and work that out on my calculator. Let's see, 12 times 18. And that gave me 216. 216 times 7 1/2. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make this 216 over 1 times 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1 is 15 over 2. Alright, I'm going to cross simplify here. 2, I can get one group of 2 out of that. And I can go 108 groups of 2 out of 216. So 108 times 15, let's go ahead and get that. So 108, and I'm using my calculator again, times 15. And that gave me 1,620. And I know that's going to be over 1, so I'll just say the volume of this shape is 1,620, and that's also inches cubed. Now, I know it says show the work, and I'm using my calculator in part of it. When it says show the work, I'm looking at what's your formula, and how did you set up this type of stuff. I mean, I'm not looking for every single little thing worked out. Now, I just have to say 1,620 inches cubed, subtract 350 inches cubed, and it will tell me what the volume is that's left over. I'm going to change the color of my ink on this one to blue. So I'm going to say 1,620 inches cubed, subtract 350 inches cubed, and I got 1,270 inches cubed is left over. So this is the amount of volume that will remain after the shoebox has been placed inside. Now, I've already talked about math practice. I guess I could say I made sense of the problem. I used formulas, which would go along with formulas that are part of my math toolkit. I could say number 3, I used what I know about finding the remainder of volume after one rectangular prism has been placed inside another rectangular prism. I could say a whole bunch there. All right, I hope that this video will be a service to those who watch it as a means of helping them with their homework.